Are any volunteers?
Again? Yeah, again. Can I?
No, please.
I'd like to say that perhaps we should use this chance maybe to change something, to show our opinion. Perhaps you don't know for whom to vote, but you can change something. I know that some people think that they're cheating, and they will cheat for any reason. They already make different things to do it. But there are much volunteers who don't want cheating, who would like to come up at the voting day, and who signed in advance to look after them. And there are much people like that. So I believe that maybe we'll change something.
Thank you. Denis?
Go vote. It works. Believe me. How do I know? We vote in the executive committee. Do you see this beautiful banner? We actually voted for it. And here is the result. If the executive committee works, the country and the whole probably works. So go vote, and there will be a lot of Toastmaster banners hanging around.
Please.
Actually, I ask myself several times or many times, what can I do? How just should I show that I don't like what's going on around? If I will go to vote, I never believe that will really help, because I think they're cheating, and I don't know what's happening with those blanks or whatever it's called in English. What's it called?
Balance.
Balance. Yeah. I was not so sure, but I just thought that maybe neglecting, not going, and many people do it. It just also shows them that they're not satisfied with them. I mean, probably they can cheat, but when it's a huge crime, cheating, I mean, when too many people neglecting, it just shows that something is wrong in that country. They show no respect to me, then I should just show no respect to them as well. That's what I thought.
Neglecting the voting day means that you support the situation in our country. Nothing more. You support the situation. You want it to be continued.
What to do if I have nothing to choose?
Well, please, Valentina. Yes.
I think that all my life is for that to do something good for people. I think that election is the opportunity to do something good for people of my country. I don't like communists. I don't like Zhirinovsky. I don't like the policy of Medvedev and Putin. And I don't like Mironov for some reasons. But you play chess and in other place, and you know that to finish with the win, you must do some steps. You must have a lot of steps to be a victor at the end. So when I go to the election, I give my vote for the party that there was more democracy. There will be more democracy in the country. There will be more opportunity, different people to say their opinion. There can't be a lot of Medvedev and Putin, a lot of course, Zhirinovsky and others. That is the way to go for elections.
I'd like to share my experience when I first got my right to vote 4 years ago, I used to be very proactive. So I studied the campaigns, I read the leaflets of every party because I was interested who lied better, whether it's a ruling party or not, perhaps. This time it's a little bit different. I only studied the ruling party, and to be honest, I do have a TV set, and I switched it on when they had their final meeting, and I was trying to collect arguments to vote against them, and I got them ahead of the number, and so I tried to figure out ways how to rule against the ruling party, so how to vote against the ruling party. And there is no point of voting against everybody. I was thinking of signing up, but then stealing my ballot with me, and that I'm not dropping it. But then I found out this article on Maria's Facebook page. It says you can vote for someone else to rob the ruling party of the number of votes. So the more we vote for someone else who is more likely to get into the parliament, the less seats the ruling party has. So we can change something.
The more money we will spend to elect.
Please. Who else? Please.
So obviously I'm not going to vote in the election, but I do find Russian politics very fascinating, and I think it was Winston Churchill that once said that Russian politics is like watching two dogs fight under a carpet. You're not sure who's winning until one of them comes out alive, but I do find it very interesting. I know there's a sense of that there's not much choice, but actually in the US people feel like there's not much choice either, because there's just two political parties, and people feel like if I don't vote for one of them, one of the two main political parties, then I'm throwing my vote away. But I think if enough people vote from the heart and vote for who they actually want to see elected, then things do change. Thank you.
Well, who is the next? I'll tell you that our system, because I'm a little bit strange. So, party 1, 2, 3, 4. Against all, if it is abstained, people who do not come. No importance. The places in our parliament are divided proportionally to the ballots received by these four parties, in fact. And so, if you neglect the election, if you vote against all, you support the winner in this competition. Remember it. So, in our particular case, if you do not visit, if you do not vote, you vote for party number 1. The party number 1. So, who else?
Oh, it's time.
Oh, well, for the conclusion. To vote or not to vote, that is the question. Whether it's nobler in the mind to suffer slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, not to vote, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, be proactive and to vote.